Today's video, I'm going to share with you the pros and the cons of buying a new construction home in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. So if you're wanting to know all about new construction and how you can benefit from it in Salt Lake City, then please stay tuned and watch this video. Welcome back. I'm Greg Spackman and I'm with the Living in Salt Lake City channel, and this channel is all about living and eating, playing in the Salt Lake City area. So if you want to learn more about that, please click the subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified every time I do a new video. I have been getting a ton of phone calls about people wanting information and wanting to relocate here to the Salt Lake City area. So if that's you, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm available days, nights, weekends. Pro number one, you don't have to pay for it yet. Typically, they take anywhere from 6 to 12 months to build a home, depending upon the builder and the size of the home and the location. This gives you time, and by time, you're going to be able to save more money for a larger down payment. You already have to have that money saved so that you can qualify for the home. However, you're going to be able to save more money, so you can put more money down. You can save up for a larger emergency fund. You can save up money to buy new furniture, because everybody knows that when you buy a new home or move into a new home, some of your old furniture just doesn't fit right or is the wrong size for that area, or you may end up with a basement that you didn't have in your previous home, so now you need furniture for that room as well. You may also want to buy the rate down. You may be able to save money for closing costs, moving costs, or just have extra cash in your bank. However, the time that you're going to have from new construction will give you that flexibility to have extra money to use however you want to use it. My second pro is that it's a brand new home. No one's ever lived in it before. All the neighbors in the neighborhood are brand new, so you're all moving in there together. It gives you like a different feeling when you're not moving into a neighborhood where everyone else has already lived there and knows everybody. Now you're going to be moving in there at the exact same time. People like to start fresh with as a brand new home, from where they were living before, whether that was an apartment or an existing home. Just that new home gives you a great place to start all over again, I guess. My first con would be the zoning. And by zoning, I mean where you're buying it. It could be zoned for some other commercial stuff that could be nearby, or it could be zoned for an airport. There's just a bunch of different things. You really have no idea. I mean, I can give you my best take on what it's going to be, but there's no way for me to back that up 100%, because things change and zones get changed. But this is one of the things that makes my wife not want to buy new construction, because she doesn't know how the street's going to look. She doesn't know who the neighbors are. Do they leave their bikes and toys and all the stuff out on the neighborhood, or does everybody keep their yards really well maintained? You can get that from an existing home. New construction, you're just hoping that everybody is going to be like you, and if take the same care that you would take after your home. You don't know if your home is going to end up being the neighborhood bus stop. Some people really think that's a cool thing. However, I'm not a big fan of having every kid in the neighborhood running around my front yard while they're waiting on the bus. But that's up to you. I guess I mentioned already, do people leave their toys and bikes and other stuff in their front yards? You don't know what's going to be built behind you. A home that, for instance, we were looking at purchasing, not new construction, but there was this building that was being built, and we didn't know what it was, and we ended up not buying that home. We couldn't work out something with the seller on that home, so we didn't purchase it. But it ended up being a emergency center that's open 24/7. It's going to have ambulances there day and night, just all the time, and it would have been a nightmare to see flashing red lights in your master bedroom window at night from the ambulance pulling in. So you just don't know, and I can help you the best that I can make sure that that sort of thing doesn't happen. You don't know when it's out in the middle of nowhere, if you're building in a new construction area like that, where the nearest grocery store if they're going to build one nearby, like right behind you, or what all that's going to be built. So that would be one of my first cons, is just you don't know what's necessarily all around you. It's kind of a surprise, and some people really like that. I don't have anything against new construction. Me personally, I like it. I think because you get to choose all your stuff that you want for the home if you go that route. Otherwise, the home is just fresh. It smells brand new. It's kind of like buying a brand new car, but it's a home. Interest rates are next on my list. I mentioned saving additional money to buy the rate down. Well, rates right now are a big con. You've probably been following them, seeing that they're in the mid sixes right now. They were over 7%. They've dropped back down, but they could go back up easily by the time your new construction home is built, since you can only lock in a rate sometime around 30, 60, 90 days before closing, depending upon what lender you go with and what incentives they're offering. The builders right now are giving you some huge incentives, but if you're watching this video right now, today is November 30th, and in the next 6 to 12 months, nobody knows where rates are going to be. We're hoping that they're going to be, under 6, 5.5, 5.5, but nobody really knows where the rates are going to go. I make sure that I cover this with you when we meet and while we're in the buying process, so that you understand how rates could affect everything. That way you don't get caught like a lot of people got caught by their agent, or they just went directly to the builder and the builder didn't share with them that, hey, the 3% rate they could have gotten in January, and now that's no longer good. You didn't close in time to get it for 3%, and lots and lots of homes fell out of contract and people backed out because the rates were 5.5%, 6% at that point when they were getting their homes done. Or even now, you could have bought a home in January and it's going to finish in October, November, and rates would have been 7% for you to close on. So you just need to make sure that the realtor is like myself, is helping you through this, and you aren't going with the direct to the builder, because the builder's rep has their loyalty with the builder, not with you, where my loyalty lies with you, and I'm doing everything I can to fight for you. Just want to let you know that we've had people been able to renegotiate with the builder through this process to where they've gotten the lender to buy down, or the builder to buy their rate down. So there's some different stuff that I can offer with you to help you. And then that leads me into my next thing is incentives. Right now, the builders are giving some just crazy incentives to get spec homes sold or put new ones under contract. This is a good reason that you should hire me, of course, so that I can help you negotiate these things. I know based on the different builders offer different things. You're going to get either a better rate from them where they'll buy the rate down. They'll do a 2-1 buy down, which means like for the first 2 years, your rate is 2%, or for the first year, your rate is 2% lower. The second year, it's 1%, and then the third year, it goes to whatever that rate was when you locked it in. So right now, it would start out at 4.5%, then it would go up to 5.5%, then it'd be at 6.5%, and hopefully by sometime in that period, you could refinance at a lower rate. No guarantees, of course. So the things that I'm able to do to help you, I can help you negotiate your rate, help you with the upgrades that they'll do, help you try to get them to throw in landscaping, a finished basement, a washer and a dryer or refrigerator, get them to pay some or all of closing costs, help you get blinds put in, just a ton of different things builders are offering. And when you go direct to them, they don't have the same incentive as they do when I'm contacting them saying, hey, we can go, I have a client that might be interested in this property, what's the best you can do? Where, then I could take them somewhere else and you could look somewhere else. So depending upon what the builders offered, I've been able to help negotiate in the past for clients a lot of different things. The builders need to get lots sold, and they're willing to do things they haven't done in the last 2 to 3 years. So all in all, the incentives they're offering right now are super crazy, and you should look into a new build if that's where you need to be. That's a great option. I really love the idea of a new construction home, and I will be there for you from start to finish. Whether you want me to be there at the selections appointment, which I highly recommend that you have me there so that I can take notes. I've had clients in the past not have me attend those selection things, and then they ended up with not white walls. They ended up with beige walls, and there was no one to tell them that they didn't say that. So by me having documentation on certain things just like that, we're able to get them to fix things that they normally wouldn't fix, and it would just be your word against theirs, where when I have notes on it and it shows this, it's a lot harder, and I've had every time it work out successfully for the client when there's been something like that come up. The only way that I can help you is for you to reach out to me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm here for you. Love to help you purchasing a brand new home or an existing home here in the Salt Lake City area.